You're listening to Thursday Night AMP on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
AngryMarks.com pro wrestling and mixed martial arts podcast. My name is Stevie J, and I've got a triumvirate of co-hosts tonight, starting with the great Sudoku, Jason Harlan.
Introducing the Goat Face Vegan! Check me out on Twitter at Great Sudoku.
Indeed, indeed. And speaking of people to check out on Twitter, Abby Brooke 2121. Hey, Abby.
Howdy, everybody.
It's good to have you on again. Thanks for being here. And, of course, the third member of the crew joining me tonight is Jordan Garber. Get the J out. It's no longer Jordan J. It's just Jordan Garber.
Yeah, whatever. Jordan J. Garber, parrots, stupid Hawaii shirts. It's the winter time. Everyone's trying to warm up, not get birds. Like, come on, it's not some Coco Beware crap. Anyways, my name is Jordan Garber. It's great to be here on Thursday Night AMP, and it's great to be here, honestly. I love being on every week, and it's an honor to be on again. So I hope you are all doing great tonight, and let's talk wrestling. Let's do what we do best.
Absolutely. Let's talk about WWE Fastlane. I don't know if it'll be as great to talk about that as it is great to have you on the show, Jordan, but we'll attempt to make something good out of this show anyway. So, the last Raw before Fastlane was on Monday. Any quick thoughts about that, Jordan, before we break down the card?
I saw a little bit of Raw on Monday, and yeah, it was alright. It was okay. Like I said, it wasn't great. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't the greatest, but like I said, Raw wasn't too bad. Your opinions may vary, but going into Fastlane, the card looks not the greatest, but hey, a pay-per-view's a pay-per-view, and they might prove us wrong. So let's talk about Fastlane and be as positive as we can about the upcoming event.
We'll be as positive as we can, but we are the Angry Marks, so if we get angry, that's also okay. But
that is okay. And there's been histories of Jordan Garber definitely ranting on Angry Marks and him being an Angry Mark. So there's definitely those moments as well.
Well, let me rant for a moment then and steal your thunder on that, because I couldn't believe that main event for Raw was their selling point for Fastlane, and I can't be the only one. Jason, what did you think?
This was the one where Kane ended up coming up through the ring? Is that the main event we're talking about?
Yes, that's the same one.
Well, when they open the show with what should be the main event, and they close the show with what should be an opening curtain jerker, that's kind of stupid.
And honestly, I don't even have a problem with Kane coming up through the ring. It's just this whole setup with let's put all of the biggest guys in the company out there in the main event. Like, it's so 1997. It's backward thinking. It's Vince McMahon going into freak out mode. Like, well, these little guys aren't getting over. Let's send out all our giants.
Yeah, I don't get it. We have a main event where we have Big Show and who was it? Luke Harper or someone he was facing, and then we end up with the entire Wyatt family versus Ryback, Big Show, and then Kane. And I'm thinking the whole time, why do I care?
I think this whole thing overall went over with the fans as Chicken in the Can did. Like, really, that's how bad it was. Like, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is your main event. Main events are supposed to be exciting, and you know what? That whole main event spot wasn't exciting. Like I said, it's exciting as chicken in a can. Who wants chicken in a can? pretty much. That's my point.
I don't know. Chicken in a can isn't bad if you add it to like some pasta salad or something. You can make...
I can't do it because like you take it out of the can and then there's the legs. Like the legs come out and it's all slimy and it's like, you know what? I'm not going to disturb the great viewers listening to, not viewers, but listeners listening from around the world. I don't want to go more into detail about that slimy mess you have to take out of the can and describe it.
What the hell kind of chicken in a can do y'all have up there?
I was about to say, I thought this was like canned chicken breast. I didn't think it was like a whole damn
kind of
chicken
in a can I was
Oh
thinking
no,
about.
I'm talking about a whole chicken in a can.
Holy
it's
crap.
a
Like
whole,
I said,
like,
ew.
No
Yeah.
wonder you were disgusted by it. Now
So what
we
you
understand.
do, like, you open up the can and it goes clunk, and then it's like, and then it's like, that's a slimy, hissy noise that comes out, and then there you go, you got your chicken in a can, you put some pepper on it, put it in the microwave, you're ready to eat it. It's disgusting. I never tried it. I'm never gonna try it, but.
I don't want to try it, but I guess...
That's got to be a Canadian thing.
you know what? I honestly can't think of a better comparison to Braun Strowman versus Big Show than chicken in a
Braun
can.
Strowman, don't get me. I think you've seen my tweets about that guy. I cannot stand that guy. First off, the guy looks like, you know what? And I'm gonna, like I said, I've grown up a lot lately, so I'm not gonna sit there and say anything offending. But the guy looks like he's been hit by a Mitsubishi or by a bus or something. He's not like. First off, the guy sucks in the ring. No one cares about him. He has no crowd reaction. And, like, he's 33 years old, he's an old football player, and he's still green into the bit. Like, I don't know why they chose this guy. They could have chose, it's anybody but him. Yeah, he's a big guy. They chose him because he's big.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. You answered your own question there, Jordan. You say you don't know why, but you know exactly why. Because Vince McMahon...
Big, but that's it.
Yeah, he has a fetish for big guys.
He's ugly, but that's what fits the Wyatt family. But, like, you know what? I don't get it. I just don't like him. You know what? That's my case in point. People might like him. People may have different opinions about him. I can't explain why I don't like this idiot. But you know what? I think he can't draw a dime. I think he sucks. And I think hopefully he gets an injury and can't wrestle again. That's what I actually hope for this guy.
Kinder, gentler Jordan Garber.
Honestly, you're kind of stealing Abby's thunder there because she's the one who usually wishes an injury on people like Tanahashi. So, well done.
I don't wish an injury on Tana. I just wish somebody would shave his head while he sleeps. There is a difference.
Well, if you're not careful with the razor, that can definitely cause an injury. I've seen many scalpings in professional wrestling go bad and turn out bloody.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's okay because Braun Strowman made out a tweet on December 27, 2015 that put .destruction. And then I replied, @to your mom. So, I don't think he's gonna really, I don't think he likes me either. So it's all good.
Well, I'm going to say the one and only positive thing I can say about Braun Strowman, and it's that he tries. He's not really any good, but he tries. And every now and then I get the feeling he's probably getting incrementally better, but it's so hard to tell, because he's such a big lunk in the ring, that any improvements he makes are almost completely unnoticeable. If he went away for like 3 months and just stayed in the performance center and came back, we probably would actually notice the improvement, but it's really hard to see right now.
Like I said, this is a PG show.
Or it's not.
No, it's not.
No, the guy has a face of someone, and this is, you know, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say anything offending on here.
You can say he has a baby
face.
But
his face looks like somebody who has ... And I'm just going to leave it at that. This guy, I just don't like him.
He's like the love child of Gene Snitsky and Mike Knox.
Yes, that's
what he looks like.
That's a good way to put it there, Abby. That's a very good, actually, yes. He's just terrible, though. He needs to go away.
Yeah, he has go away heat. There's no question about that. But
he has no heat. He just has silence.
He has that first month of Chris Masters heat where it's just like, no,
you're there.
We're going to read a newspaper. We're going to do something else now.
Yeah, he's not going to be there for very long.
Well,
he is, because he's Vince's newest pet project.
Exactly what I was going to say, Abby. You stole my thunder. But that's okay because Jordan stole your thunder, so we're coming full circle. Now maybe Jason can steal mine.
But there is breaking news. China did return to WWE, and she did return to WWE as Braun Strowman, according to kayfabe news. So just
oh, you know what? Considering
she's
the amount
back, everybody. Former Intercontinental Champion.
given the amount of muscles both of them have, that's not the worst comparison ever. They kind of do have a similar physique.
And
Now I'm trying to
when
picture
she's gone-
Braun Strowman doing that double cartwheel spot into the corner that China used.
But when she's gone again, it's okay, because she'll be in TNA for a week. It's okay.
It's China Doll. You know, I remember
China Doll.
they actually promoted that during the Wednesday night pay-per-views. That it was like a big deal. Like next week, China Doll will be on TNA Wrestling, and I was already buying the Wednesday nights anyway. So I was like,
I love those.
yeah, it was like, oh, what the hell? Why not? You know, it's another Wednesday night show, and China's going to be there. I don't know if I care, but I'm already buying it, so why not? And then she no-showed.
Yeah.
She was busy doing other people, so.
Other things or other people?
I said other people.
I think China's repackaged as the new Braun Strowman character is not working out for her. I think she needs to give it a rest. I'm just kidding.
She needs to accept Sonny's challenge
is
to
off
a
kayfabe news.
sex
I'm
contest.
not gonna say that I
Oh,
made
God,
that.
don't even bring those images up. Ugh.
Well, since Jason just brought it up, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up myself. Do you realize they're giving away 5 copies of that DVD on Observer Live?
Oh, my
What
God.
DVD?
The new,
Sunny side up.
yeah, the new Sunny porno.
Oh man.
All you
I
have
doubt
to,
I'm
people
not
are
buying
buying
that.
it, so maybe they have to give it away.
kind of my
She
thoughts
did,
about
so.
it. Exactly.
Oh.
Well, how old is she? 45? That's like some cougar action going on, like some cougar porn. Like, I'm not gonna, all due respect to women over 40, but I'm 20. I'm not gonna really watch porn of a woman twice my age. I'm pretty much going for like a girl that's like 18 and up, 18 to like the 32 age range. I don't want to, I'm not saying I watch this crap. I don't. I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah,
if I were to buy a
I'm all about
DVD,
that stuff.
it would be,
Jordan,
it would
when I
be
was your
of
age, I was
the,
all about the Cougars, and that's all. That's
it wouldn't
all I
be
ever
of the
had when I
cougar
was your age,
porn
was the
featuring
Cougars.
Sonny.
Let me just say, as somebody who actually is over 40 on this podcast, I'm not watching Sunny's DVD, and it has nothing to do with her age.
I'll promote it on Twitter, though. That's okay. I can promote that on Twitter. Who knows? Just kidding.
Well, if you
I've watched it, and I still have my eyesight, so. For how long, I don't know, but I still have
Becky,
my eyesight.
I talked to Sonny. She's like, "Hey, Sonny, you want to do an interview?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure. Give me the time." And I'm like, "Okay, Sonny, here's 2 reminders." She responds to both of them. Gave me the interview. Doesn't even respond to my 5 messages. Thanks, Tamara.
Well, if you didn't pay her $100, you're not getting 5 minutes with her. That's all there is to
Pay
that.
for an interview. Like, you don't have to. Like, come on.
Well,
I pay for an
It's
interview.
funny.
With
You have to pay for everything.
Oh. Good God. What is this, Sabu? We're talking about Sabu now? Come on.
Okay, well, we're far afield from Fastlane, so I'm going to try to steer us back on track just a little bit.
Well, it all started with that stupid chicken in a can shit. Things just went downhill from there.
Well, here's something that hopefully won't be as disgusting as chicken in a can. We have,
And Sonny and China.
we have a tag match with some of the people we were just talking about that ended Raw that's been added to the pay-per-view. Ryback, Big Show, and Kane versus Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. Bray Wyatt in their corner, of course. Jason, your thoughts?
I'm going to go with the unobvious. I'm going to go with how can WWE fuck themselves over the most with their booking, which is what they seem to like to do. And with the Wyatt family not being as over as they could be and them having no idea what to do with the Wyatt family and them just having thrown Ryback, Big Show, and Kane together, I'm going with Ryback, Big Show, and Kane because WWE booking doesn't have a fucking clue what they're doing.
I'll save my thoughts until I hear what Abby and Jordan have to say. Abby, go ahead.
I do not care.
If you had to flip a coin, heads or tails, which way would it come up?
I would flip the coin somewhere where I didn't have to see it because I do not care.
All
Sunny
right.
side up.
I will just accept that answer then. So you defer, and we go to Jordan.
Well, like I said, I pretty much agree with Abby on this one, but you're going to have to tell me the match again because I'm going to be a big man and admit that I was not even paying attention.
See, he doesn't care either.
That's how much interest this match has garnered. Well, the good news for everybody is it's on the pre-show, so I'm sure.
Oh, Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. Well, first off, I missed Alberto Del Rio and Lucha Underground.
No.
Other match.
No, the other pre-show match. Right show. I just made up a new Russ.
Are you serious? They're called Rise Show now?
Well, you might as well call them that.
Oh my God. You can tell how PC that is just by looking at that name. Alright, Rise Show and Kane versus the Wyatt family. With China, Strowman, with Bray Wyatt, I'm going to have to say that the Wyatt family is going to go over in this. I think the tool bag Strowman's going to do something in the end. They're going to try to put this guinea pig over, and the Wyatt family is going to remain victorious in this matchup on Fastlane.
I'm going to say reluctantly that I think not only does the Wyatt family win here, I think Strowman gets the pin because they're trying to build him up for WrestleMania. As god-awful as that idea sounds.
Oh, my God.
And trust me,
it's worse. Well, there's my plans for WrestleMania. I'm not even going.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't even start complaining to me, bro.
No, that's the bathroom match. I'll go to the bathroom during the match. It's all good. Right when I hear, like, the Wyatt family theme, I'll sacrifice the Wyatt family as long as I don't see that guy. Like, once I hear that theme, that is my cue. Okay, Jordan Garber, bathroom break. Let's go. You have 15, 20 minutes to do your business.
Okay.
And then come back, and then we're all good.
I'm going to be in the house that was built by the Dallas Cowboys. I almost said the house that was built by Jerry, but I'd rather just call it the Cowboys house, because I'm going to have to try to find a bathroom with 100,000 seats and 100,000 people, and I don't even know if that's worth trying to make a bathroom break and then miss the next match if I leave during this match. So I may just have to sit there and suffer.
Well, you're actually going to WrestleMania. That's good for you, Stevie J. I hope you enjoy yourself.
I plan to, but probably not during any match that involves Braun Strowman. So let's move on back to Fastlane. Let's talk about the other pre-show match, or maybe this will be the lone pre-show match. I really don't even know the order anymore. Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. You already referenced it, Jordan, so go ahead.
How many matches have these guys had? Like, can we just have, it's good, it's alright, like, it's nothing like fantastic, but it's good. But
I
don't know. I'm not going to keep going on about it. I miss Alberto Del Rio back when he was on the Independents. I thought he was much more of a big deal on the Independents than he was before he moved back to WWE. But I think Kalisto is going to retain. It's a pre-show match. We're not going to see a title change on the pre-show.
I was going to say, if you've seen them have 1 million matches, prepare to see at least 2 more, because it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh, well, yeah, it's 2 out of 3 falls for some weird reason. Alberto Del Rio will get 1, and then Kalisto will get 2.
All right, I'll accept that booking. I think it makes more sense for Kalisto to retain
Book
at this point. Yeah, but Gabe Sapolsky's not here, so he can't help us. Abby, what are your thoughts?
I'm just wondering why the hell they brought Del Rio back to treat him like this. Still, I've been saying that for months. I can't see Kalisto retaining simply because his tag team partner, Botch Kara, is back from injury, so I have a feeling they'll try to repackage the Lucha Dragons and not with Kalisto having a singles title.
You don't think they want Kalisto to be the new Rey Mysterio?
There is not going to be a new Rey Mysterio.
But they want him to be. That's the difference.
Well,
not that there
they
will
fine.
be.
And they want him to be, but what are they going to do with the other idiot that's out there under a stupid mask?
I guess you could just release him. That's what I would do, because you said it yourself, Botchkara.
I don't know. This is another one where I really don't care. They kind of ruined Del Rio. There's not much I care about in WWE these days, but they've kind of ruined Del Rio since he came back, and he's, not what he was supposed to be. So whatever happens just kind of happens.
Well, I think if in hindsight, was probably all downhill when they paired him with Zeb Coulter. That was just a bad start to begin with. He got...
Well, that was what they brought him in with, was Zeb, so it was just shit from the beginning.
Yeah, well, the only way it could have worked is if Zeb had gone total babyface and Del Rio had gone total babyface, but then they tried to tween it and say that he was a heel because he was paired up with a guy who was saying that it was Mex America for Mex Americans and only for us, and we don't include any of you, and it just became so convoluted and impossible to follow.
It became stupid.
Yeah.
It actually started out as stupid, but it just got worse as it went on.
Yes, it did. Jason, your thoughts?
My thoughts are the 2 out of 3 falls make this more in favor of Kalisto. If this was just, a regular singles match, 1 fall to a finish, I would say what's going to hurt WWE the most, hot-shotting this title, they're going to put it on Del Rio. But the fact that it's a pre-show match and that it's 2 out of 3 falls, I'm going to go against my gut with WWE trying to shoot themselves in the foot. And I'm actually going to say WWE is going to keep the title on Kalisto in this match.
All right. Well, we move on from there to the Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler match, with Owens having just won the title on Raw, something I didn't even get to mention when we were talking about it earlier, because we got on the subject of chicken in a can. So, Kevin Owens...
You're welcome.
Jordan, does Kevin Owens retain here?
Oh, he just won the title on Raw. Is it going to be another Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio angle when the title goes back and forth? They're going to keep the title on him, and this rivalry is going to end.
I think so, too. And I mean no disrespect to Dolph Ziggler when I say this, but what would be the point of putting a title on him? Seriously, I don't... That little buzz that he had from WrestleMania a couple of years ago is completely gone at this point. And
no one even remembers that he's won the world title. That's what WWE did to Dolph Ziggler. They destroyed him. It's terrible.
Right.
A hard worker like him, they totally destroyed Dolph Ziggler. He was such a big deal in 2010, 2011, and even in 2012, and even 2013. And now he's on the undercard. It's unbelievable. What's going to happen when Dolph Ziggler loses this match? What are they going to do with him from there? They're going to, I'm scared. I'm scared for him. I don't want to end up interviewing him when he's on the independents. I want to see this guy succeed in the WWE, and hopefully they find a way to do so with him.
Well, the problem is that he doesn't care anymore. His trunks say it all over it. He doesn't care that they won't push him. He just shows up, collects a paycheck, and does what he's told. And on that note, I'll go to Abby.
He's plateaued. He's not going anywhere else. And if they even do push him, he has a way of, sticking his foot in it on social media. So I can't see them taking the title off of Owens and putting it on Ziggy.
Exactly.
I think what he needs to do is bring back the nice to meet you, I'm Dolph Ziggler. I think he needs to bring that back. And then
everybody knows who he is, and nobody cares anymore.
That was what it was like back when Jordan Garber had the Jordan J. Garber days.
I think Abby.
Can you tell my recurring theme for tonight is nobody cares?
Well, actually, I know you're going to hate this comparison, but you were kind of channeling Stephanie McMahon there when she interrupted Paul Heyman and said, "We all know who you are. Nobody cares."
Pretty much.
Jason, your thoughts on this match?
I think you all are giving WWE way too much credit in terms of sanity and booking. I have seen the 50-50 booking they've been doing lately with Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, and with Kevin Owens just getting a win, and with them really wanting to devalue titles and hot-shotting them. I see them putting the title on Dolph Ziggler and taking all of the heat, getting all of that momentum that Kevin Owens has just grabbed from winning the title. They're going to take that away and put it on Dolph Ziggler just because it's Kevin Owens and they don't like Kevin Owens.
Actually, they do like Kevin Owens, and Triple H especially, but they just don't know how to book him consistently. That's the problem.
They sure don't. Yeah, 50-50 booking doesn't help that. And yeah, I just have this gut feeling that Owens holding the title is going to be very, very brief. They're going to put it on Dolph Ziggler. And unlike what the two of you have said, this feud is going to continue and it's going to suck.
All right.
I think I didn't mention to you guys either, too, is I was walking home from work, and I thought I saw someone. He looked like Kevin Owens at the bus stop. He just looked like an everyday, regular guy, but yeah. Moving on.
All right. Well, let's hope that this one doesn't suck. It's a feud that's been going on for a while, and in my opinion, keeps getting better every time they have a match. AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. Abby, I'm starting with you on this one, Abby.
AJ has to win this match. If AJ doesn't win this match, then my prophecy about him in WWE will come true, and I will have to go to Stamford and start flipping tables.
What, you don't want him to be the littlest redneck pit bull for the rest of his career?
No, I don't want him to be the redneck rookie pit bull. No, I do not. It's ridiculous. He needs to beat Jericho decisively, maybe knock a couple of teeth out, and move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, move on to things like selling his gloves at WWE Shop, which they've been teasing for about a week now.
I don't give a shit about his gloves.
Well, they
Who's
think
gonna buy his gloves though? Like, what do you do with them? Like, are you just gonna wear them around everywhere, or are you just gonna put them up on the wall, or like? I don't know.
You walk around and make the hand gesture and tell everybody you're phenomenal.
So you're just gonna go on the street and like do an AJ Styles hand gesture. You're just gonna go through the crosswalk, and then a car's gonna hit you as you do the hand gesture. And it's like,
go
but
to the
hey, I
grocery
bought these
store,
AJ
go to
Styles
the liquor
gloves from
store.
WWEshop.com.
Could do a good parody of a Red Hot Chili Peppers album cover there and put it where they put the socks.
Oh, no, thank you. No, I don't want to see anybody wearing AJ Styles gloves as a sock. No. Jason, your thoughts on this match?
Oh my God, Chris Jericho, why are you even relevant? It's like Chris Jericho suffers from the James Hetfield syndrome of you cut your hair and the art that you used to apply in your trade just starts to suck. So yeah, I'm going with AJ Styles. I don't even think WWE is stupid enough to have this 103-year-old Chris Jericho go over the rookie pitbull redneck, whatever the heck they're calling him, AJ Styles these days. But yeah, Styles is winning this match.
Wow, that's such an epic burial. I've got to come back with something. I've got to say that I still like Chris Jericho, even if I'm the only one on this entire show who will say that. I don't think he's too old. He's probably closer to my age than Jordan's age, but by that token, he could still go out there and perform. It's not like the guy phones it in when he has a match. He's going out there and busting his ass. So as long as Chris Jericho...
and that's...
Go ahead, Abby.
That's great, but you just brought AJ in. Why have him lose to somebody that's been around for 100 years?
And I'm not saying that Jericho should win. In fact,
okay.
I think the ultimate role for Chris Jericho at this point is putting over the younger talent and getting them established as superstars, because you need that feather in your cap to say you beat a legend, a former unified world heavyweight champion like Chris Jericho, and got the better of him in the feud. I think if AJ Styles has a chance in WWE, he has to win.
I think it's like one of those scenarios, and I'll chip in with my prediction, is that AJ Styles, Abby is right. AJ Styles does need to win this matchup. And regarding Chris Jericho, honestly, like, I know he's a hometown hero for me, blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, he's not even a hometown hero. Everyone from Winnipeg says he's from Winnipeg. No, he's born in New York. He was raised in Winnipeg, but he's not from Winnipeg. So everyone going local about Chris Jericho, like, relax. Anyway, point being though, is that he's a great wrestler. He busts his butt, and I like seeing the veterans still in the company. It kind of makes me think about how good the old days were. So to see Chris Jericho go again would be very unfortunate. So I kind of like seeing the veterans still in WWE as long as they can perform, except for the Big Show, because he doesn't make me think about the good old days. He just makes me think about right now when I watch his matches. And it's not the Big Show's fault. It's the creative team's fault. It's like, oh my God, okay, when's the next segment? But looking at Chris Jericho, it's like, okay, you know what, this guy can still go. He's a throwback wrestler. There's so many memories watching him in the ring, in person, at live events, and on TV for many years, me watching him as a kid, as you know, him growing up in Winnipeg. Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. My favorite wrestler of all time, if anyone doesn't know, is Jeff Hardy, because that's someone I looked up to. That's how I got into wrestling media, because I looked up to Jeff Hardy. But Chris Jericho is a very close second, and it's going to be a very good match. But yes, AJ Styles needs to win, but I hope he wins, and I hope it's a good contest in which he wins. I hope it's like a 20-minute plus match of good wrestling. I want this match to be a classic 20 years from now.
Right. I want it to be a very competitive match. I want it to get lots of time. Don't rush to the finish. Let them go out there and tell the story they can tell. So, well said, Jordan. But now I'm going to steal a page from Abby's playbook and say this is a match where I don't care who wins, and I couldn't possibly give a prediction for it. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Team Bad. This means absolutely nothing to me. So, Jason, does it mean anything to you?
I just see too much talent on the side with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, so that's the team I'm going to say is going to win because you got this like semi-heel and face thrown together, and Becky Lynch just has the best voice in WWE too, so she's got that going for her. Put her on commentary with Mauro Ranallo, that I'd like to see. But yeah, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks are going over in this one.
I suppose so, but Sasha Banks is so all about me, fuck everybody else, that I could actually see her just letting Becky eat the pin and walking away saying, it doesn't matter, I get my title shot later, so hell with y'all. What do you think, Abby?
Becky and Sasha. If not, then WWE's got bigger problems than I thought they did.
Yeah, well, they've got plenty. But, Jordan, what do you think?
Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, and I like Sasha Banks. Like I said, she's a very good, hard-working wrestler. I had the opportunity to speak with Sasha before she made the main roster, and she's all about positivity, and her hard work has paid off. So I know they're going to win this match, and I hope the future remains bright for Sasha Banks. As for Team Bad, first off, that sounds like you're watching another Sunny DVD, and second off, why is Naomi's ring attire will have a design similar to gang colors? That is questionable. Anyways, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks will win this matchup.
I honestly have never even noticed that about Naomi, nor given it a second thought.
It's a bandana. Those were around long before gangs were.
Yeah, that would be my reaction to it. So, Jordan,
not with the gimmick, not with the her theme song, and it just doesn't. I don't know.
You know what? You could maybe say she's a gangster rapper, but I don't think you can say she's a gangster.
No.
So,
she lives in the burbs and drives a minivan. No, she ain't no damn gangster.
And then her tag team partner, Tamina the Frog. It's kind of crazy, but we'll see. We'll see how this match goes.
Honestly, the gimmick to be more afraid of, being stereotypical and unacceptable, is the fact that they gave Tamina the Superfly Snuka entrance and the wild jungle drums and everything. It's like, what are they thinking trying to package Tamina that way in 2016?
It's not going to go over.
Well said, Abby.
That shouldn't always be the explanation for every bad thing we see. Why
but it is.
I've got to think with 25 people on the creative team, Vince can't always call all the shots all the time. There's got to be some amount of people who can form a consensus block in that writers group and say, no, Vince, it's a bad idea. We're not doing that.
No, these people value their jobs. They're not doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
Then fine. It's Kevin Dunn.
I'll happily blame Kevin Dunn for a lot of things, but
okay.
Let's just hope that things turn out better in the Charlotte and Brie Bella match than I think they're going to. Cause
oh God,
I'm deathly afraid they're going to put the title on Brie just because of Daniel Bryan retiring.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Wow, I think we're going unanimous on this one.
It's still good to see the Nate there, though. It's very good to see the Nate on Raw every week.
I never have a problem seeing Nate. That's not the issue here.
I gotta give props to Charlotte too for giving me my Wu-Tang name now. The whole goat face vegan thing is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. Although, yeah, with someone with a face like a horse like Charlotte's, and Brie Bella is just gorgeous, Charlotte really doesn't have room to talk about goat-faced vegans, but hey, it's still a cool Wu-Tang name.
Indeed. So
she was talking about goat-faced vegan babies.
Don't stare at Ric Flair like dead in the eye. Heard some stories. Not good.
I'm not sure what that had to do with this match, Jordan, but okay.
Sorry, I'm just, it's one of those shows where it's like, say whatever, have some fun, and go from there.
Well, we're definitely having fun, because I keep laughing every other sentence we discuss something, so good times are being had, but I just don't know if I have good times seeing Brie Bella get the title just because of her husband. I think that's the wrong reason to do it.
Her husband, to tie into Total Divas, Vince and that mainstream attention shit that he likes so much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I gotta hear Brie mode one more fucking time, god damn it, just go away.
But you know what? Abby just raised a point that
Oh,
I think
she's hot, so it's good.
the key to this issue is the supposed mainstream tie-in and the exposure on Total Divas and all that. Total Divas has been backsliding in the ratings for 5 weeks ever since the season 5 debut. It's gone from like 1 million viewers to 800,000. What kind of exposure can they really get from Total Divas? How can that benefit them? It can't. They keep going at this rate, they're going to be down to TNA Impact numbers.
To Vince, it doesn't matter. That's mainstream attention. That's his girls on red carpets and talk shows
I don't
and
mind
shit like
TNA
that.
Impact. We don't talk about TNA Impact on this show. I don't know why.
Well,
Because none of us watch it.
I do, but not enough to go into depth about it. I usually leave that to Seth Draken and Mike Poulin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We don't talk about Impact because you guys can check out the Impact Implosion every Thursday night after Impact, isn't that? Or,
No,
Impact's not even on Thursdays anymore.
It's on
Things have
Tuesdays.
changed.
This is, you know that I've actually watched it when I can tell you the following facts. It's Tuesday nights on Pop TV at 9 p.m. Eastern.
That's perfect. I actually watch it. It's on the Fighting Network here in Canada. Up here in the Great White North.
Well, on that note, we're going to move from all the other matches that we kind of care about or kind of don't care about to the one that I think we probably all do care about. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar in the number one contenders match to face Triple H. So, Abby, I'll start with you.
God, even though he's been an afterthought in this whole thing, we all know Roman Reigns is walking out as the number one contender because that's what Kevin Dunn wants, since I can't blame Vince anymore. But yeah, I mean, they teased this Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose thing, and I would love for that to go somewhere. But we all know that Reigns is going to be headlining Mania again. And it just pisses me off to no end because he's not good, he's not bad, he's just meh.
As I've said once already this show, nobody can be more pissed off about it than me since I've actually got a ticket to the show. I get to see Triple H and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania whether I like it or not. So, Jason, what do you think?
Oh, I think it's a no-brainer that the Samoan Cena is going over in this one.
Jordan, unanimous on this?
Unanimous on it. I can't even talk, but yes, Roman Reigns will win the match, and yes, pretty much that is going to be the outcome. I do agree with both of you guys.
So does this plant the seeds for Ambrose to turn on Reigns at WrestleMania or possibly even after? What do you think, Jordan?
Sorry, what was that again? I couldn't hear you there.
I'm saying that if Roman wins the triple threat match and goes on to WrestleMania, it kind of seems to set up Ambrose to stab him in the back, especially since they've been teasing it little bit by little bit on Raw. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. You have a very good point there. That's a possible outcome. There's many other possible storylines that can happen. In my opinion, I think that might be a possible outcome of the main event of WrestleMania. You never know. Never say never.
To me, it almost backfires, though, because if it's supposed to be a heelish dick thing for him to do to turn on Roman, the crowd is probably going to have the exact opposite reaction and hate Roman so much that they cheer Ambrose for turning on him. What do you think, Abby?
Ambrose is the most overface they have on the roster right now, and it would be extremely stupid to turn him heel, even though it would be great because he's a much better heel. Just look back at Jon Moxley. He's a much better heel. And Reigns would definitely benefit from a heel turn more. But knowing WWE, that's what they'll do.
They're just so set and determined to push, as we're all calling him now, the Samoan John Cena. They just want him to be their top babyface, that anybody feuding with him has to turn heel.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because it's shooting themselves in the foot.
I'm not going to disagree there. So, final word on it, Jason. What do you see as the future possibilities coming out of this triple threat with Dean Ambrose?
I think they're going to turn Dean Ambrose, but I think they're going to do it later rather than sooner. I think what's going to happen at Mania is you're going to see a raging Brock Lesnar pissed off about losing this triple threat match come in and just lay waste to both to Hunter and to Roman at WrestleMania.
Okay, so you're telling me I'm paying $80 to see a WrestleMania without a finish?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a terrible fucking idea. No offense
Well,
to
would you rather see that or
WWE
see
will
Reigns
do it.
win?
I think you're going to call me crazy when I say this, but I would actually rather see Roman win just because I'm that sick of Triple H.
You're crazy.
I just can't see Triple H holding the world title. It's so, I already said it's so 1997. Well, this one is so 2003. It's like, I don't need 13 years ago back. That era is gone and done and over with for a reason. Go away, Triple H. Go the fuck away.
See, we share that opinion. I have that opinion about Roman Reigns. Like, just go the fuck away.
All right, fair enough. So that's our talk about WWE Fastlane. Jordan, do you need to take off? I know you said you only had about 40 minutes tonight.
Well, what's your next topic? Because I just don't want to talk about WWE and leave. That's like setting me up to be like Mr. Markman, and like let's talk about one quick other thing before I leave.
All right, well, you did.
I'm not going to be the 8-year-old kid that jumps on the show. It's like, oh, this is good to talk about WWE. Oh, bye now. I'm not going to be like that. Let's probably go with something else, and then I will head her out.
All right, fine. I want to give you this brief moment then, since you brought up Impact Wrestling. What do you think of Big Money Matt? What is your opinion of him as the heel world champion?
I love the gimmick. I saw the whole heel turn, and honestly, so many people don't like TNA or where it's going, and you know what? I can agree. I can relate to what they're saying. It's definitely gone down from what it was. But I don't mind this whole Big Money Matt gimmick. I think it's pretty cool, actually. This whole new I Am Iconic, Big Money Matt. It's perfect. It's a perfect storyline, I think. People are going to disagree, but I think it's quite entertaining, to be honest with you.
I like the heel stable that he's got around him. He's got his evil wife, Rebby, their doting child, Maxwell, which, you know, he can't really say or do anything, but he's there, and it adds something to the gimmick. And, of course, they've got Tyrus as the enforcer if anybody tries to mess with Big Money Matt. So, to me, all the elements are in place for the perfect heel faction to be on top. And this is one case where I'm not actually sick of the gimmick. The reason I get sick of Triple H is because the Authority's been on top forever and ever, but Big Money Matt is fresh. It's not stale. It hasn't been done to death.
I think it's funny in a way too. The way he there's this TNA segment where he read mean tweets. I don't know if you saw that on YouTube.
Oh, no, not only did I see it, I left a comment on the video on YouTube and immediately started getting flamed by the trolls who thought that I was anti-TNA and pro-WWE and that I was being a mark. No.
It's crazy how wrestling fans take wrestling so seriously. It's like, honestly, I'll be the guy that watches a wrestling show and like I'll just enjoy it. And when I was a kid and I watched wrestling, when I didn't understand the business, when I was a kid and I watched wrestling, I saw a bad guy and I was like saying in my own head, oh, fuck this guy. Or when he was a good guy, I was like, oh, come on, win. But I never really like freaked out or like lashed out on YouTube or Twitter. It's like, what's the point? Like, well, what's gonna resolve that? It's just a TV show, guys. Like, come on.
Right. Well, here's what I said, Jordan, and I'll let you give your opinion on it since I seem to have been completely misunderstood. I was addressing it from the intellectual side of wrestling booking when I wrote this comment. Internet heat. Let me tell you what I said, and then you can respond. I wrote, Internet heat has never drawn a dime. Making fun of the Internet is not a way to book your promotion.
I agree. Definitely. And then a bunch of people commented on that and then said anti-TNA, right?
Yeah, everybody thought I was being anti-TNA because I was dissing their angle. I'm not dissing their angle. I'm dissing the idea of drawing heat with the internet. Like, if you use this show, for example, to cut a heel promo on somebody, do you think that really makes you money anywhere? It really doesn't. Even if we got 500, 1,000, 10,000 listeners coming on this show and cutting a promo about how much you hate the internet is not getting you over anywhere. It doesn't draw you a dime.
Yeah, it pretty much doesn't, but I don't know. I still thought the promo was somewhat decent, and I don't know. I just like Matt. This whole new gimmick in a way is funny to me. It kind of makes me laugh, so I like it.
That's almost the danger of it, is that it's entertaining, and I enjoy Big Money Matt, and I enjoy the heel faction, but I wonder if that's going too far, that he's actually becoming a likable heel and ruining the very thing that they're going for by being too popular with this gimmick.
Totally. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, you had your chance to address TNA, so you didn't get to be the WWE mark for the week, so congratulations. You can go out with your head held high.
Not a problem, definitely. And if you guys want to know anything coming up for the future, follow me on Twitter at Jordan J. Garber, and I cannot wait to hopefully I can be on next week. I will keep you guys updated, like I said. Stay posted on my Twitter, and we will definitely go from there.
Sounds good, Jordan. Hope to have you back next week. Have a great night, and we'll see you then.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
All right, bye-bye. And now we'll move on from talking about WWE and TNA to what I know Abby and Jason have been waiting for, New Japan.
Chicken in a can.
No.
You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.